This isn't disagreement. This is walking on emotional eggshells. Every time you express a different opinion, your body tenses with that familiar question. Will this be the conversation that costs me the relationship? You feel it in your marriage when your partner suggests a parenting approach that goes against your values. You feel it at work when your colleague proposes a strategy you know will fail. That moment when your throat tightens and you do the silent calculation. Is speaking my truth worth the potential damage? So you choose your poison. Option A, bite your tongue, swallow the resentment, feel your authenticity slowly erode. Option B, speak up, trigger conflict, risk permanent damage to the relationship. Most people choose the slow death of silence because quiet suffering feels safer than explosive conflict. The 3 fear archetypes. 1. The Peacekeeper. Recognition signs. Nodding along while screaming inside. Prefacing disagreements with "this might be stupid," but constantly monitoring others' facial expressions for disapproval. Typical behavior. Will abandon their position at the first sign of resistance. Often plays the mediator role in conflicts between others. Internal monologue. If people see the real me, they'll leave. My value lies in keeping everyone comfortable. 2. The Volcano. Recognition signs. Jaw clenching before speaking, finger pointing, using absolute language like "you always" or "you never." Personalizing disagreements. Typical behavior. Escalates volume and intensity rapidly. Keeps score of past arguments. Uses criticism as a weapon rather than feedback as a tool. Internal monologue. I have to win this argument to prove I'm not invisible. If I don't fight fiercely, I'll be overlooked. 3. The Ghost. Recognition signs. Sudden quietness. Physical retreat. Leaving rooms. Giving monosyllabic answers. Avoiding eye contact during tense discussions. Typical behavior. Uses withdrawal as punishment. Returns to conversations hours or days later as if nothing happened. Builds invisible walls. Internal monologue. If I make myself small and quiet, the conflict will pass over me. My presence doesn't matter enough to change anything. We didn't arrive here by accident. Our conflict blueprint was drawn in childhood homes where we learned. Love felt conditional on compliance. I only get affection when I'm agreeable. Disagreement meant danger. When dad raised his voice, mom retreated for days. Our opinions caused actual consequences. The last time I challenged mom, she didn't speak to me for a week. We signed an invisible emotional contract. To be loved equals to be quiet. To be safe equals to be small. This brilliant childhood adaptation has become our adult prison. What once kept us safe in unpredictable environments now keeps us lonely in our relationships. Every time you swallow a meaningful opinion, you're not just avoiding conflict. You're eroding your integrity. Each unsaid truth creates a crack in your self-respect. Training people to disregard you. You're teaching others that your boundaries are negotiable. Building relationship debt. Unexpressed disagreements compound into quiet resentment that eventually explodes, creating the very distance you fear. Authentic connection requires seeing and being seen. Silence makes you invisible. The relationships you're protecting by staying silent are already dying from the poison you're swallowing to preserve them. The solution, the connection protocol. Step 1, the bridge statement, the 10-second reset. How to do it? Before sharing your different perspective, use this exact framework. I appreciate your viewpoint, and I see this differently. I'm sharing this because our relationship matters enough to work through difficult conversations. Why it works? It pre-frames the disagreement as evidence of care, not criticism. It reassures the primitive brain that connection is the goal, not conquest. Step 2, The feelings first method, the emotional translation. How to do it. Instead of starting with facts, begin with the emotional truth. When I think about that approach, I feel anxious because I'm deeply committed to our success and I'm worried we might overlook. Why it works. Feelings are universal and harder to debate. This shifts the conversation from "you're wrong" to "here's my human experience." Step 3. The curiosity loop, the collaborative engine. How to do it. After sharing your perspective, immediately ask, what part of what I'm saying resonates with you, even slightly? And what part makes you concerned? Then truly listen to the answer. Why it works. It transforms monologue into dialogue, demonstrates genuine interest in their perspective, and creates psychological safety for ongoing disagreement. The transformation. Imagine ending a heated discussion not with relief that it's over, but with a surprising sense of closeness. Imagine your most important relationships growing stronger and more resilient specifically because they've been tested by disagreement and found unbreakable. This isn't about becoming someone who enjoys conflict. This is about becoming someone so secure in your relationships that you trust they can survive your authenticity. The most profound connections aren't those without disagreement. They're those where difference becomes the very material that builds deeper understanding. Where conflict isn't a threat to the relationship. It's the relationship's immune system, making it stronger against the inevitable challenges of life. Your relationships don't need protection from your truth. They need your truth to become bulletproof. Start testing that truth today.